Okay. Everything just... I don't even want to say it. Everything's so annoying. But, okay. Yeah, and you're still not seeing the pulley system that's doing this. Oh. Okay, let me pull this one actually. That's pretty sick, right? I could watch this all day actually. This is pretty cool. Imagine when the motor's doing this. Like, that's going to be something. So, it does jump back now, but it's like, does it jump back with the force we want? And how much force does it need? Like, how much force do you need to be able to push up with your finger? Like, unless if you're flicking things, I don't know. We've got a lot of force that goes up. Like, I can move tools like that. Like, I can really, eh, like, but I don't do that often. For more systems like that for each finger, for more for each finger. Well, there's one, two, three. So you said four more. Um, so you're saying one, two, three. Wait. The base of the finger has left, right, like wagging, and then forward, back. So that's two. And then the tip joint would be one. And then we've got the main joint, which we just did. So that's three more. But then I am going to have axial rotation as well at the base, which we don't actually have. Well, we kind of do. You can kind of rotate like your finger like that a little bit. Like it's actually turning it. So I am going to add a little bit of axial rotation like that to be able to actually turn it like a screwdriver at the base. So yeah, it is four more per finger. Yeah. So it's five total things, five total actuations per finger. It's a lot, which is why everything has to be properly miniaturized and planned out in order to actually have all of that possible. And can you fit all those contractions on the wrist without any issue? Yeah, the wrist, you can see we barely took any space up. We just have one little tube for the one. So we would need 4 times 5, 20 tubes, and this is 1/20th. So there will be a, I mean, you could put like 2 layers of that, or 3 layers. This can easily be like 10 wide, and then another 10 stacked. That'd be 20. So yeah, that should be no problem. But then we've also got to run wiring too. But we can bring some on the top side as well, and maybe even some along the sides. I mean, this will be covered in stuff leading into the hands, because you'll have sensor wires and tubing for the potentiometers as well. But this is kind of thick tubing. I don't need to always go this thick. That can be finer tube as well. Yeah, it's going to be very complex, which is why getting the first one like perfect is so important, because you don't want to build all of this out until you know your system is basically perfect. But I'm pulling the second to the bottommost Archimedes pulley right now, and it's snapping back pretty good with what we just installed for the extension. It's straightening out. I mean, that looks pretty good. We could almost call that done, I guess. Does that look good enough? I guess it does. Yeah, cable management for the whole robot would be super important, since I'm not skipping anything. Like most robot hands on YouTube, they just do one actuator for per finger. One. So everything just bends down or up. But they can't do like individually that, and then that, and then that. Like, what if you wanted it to be straight and go down? You couldn't do that. So they just try to take shortcuts and use literally, they use 5 servos to run the whole hand. Mine will be using 4 servos per finger times 5. 20. They use 5, I use 20. I use 4 times as much. How much weight can the complete hand withstand? In my prediction, oh man. Like you're talking about like a dumbbell, like being able to have the finger. See, like just locking the fingers, then picking up a dumbbell is easier than like rolling up the dumbbell actively. So just being able to lock out and then pick up like that, um, it it should probably be. I don't know. I guess kind of the prediction we want to try to shoot for mathematically it to be like an adult male that lifts weights casually. Um, but then like in actuality, because things could break or whatever, we would never push it to that extent. Like you want to engineer for that, but then in reality, we probably would never have it pick up something more than like maybe a 5 pound dumbbell would be my cutoff where I'd feel like not risking breaking something. I mean, it's so tough because I would be terrified of anything breaking after all the work that goes into it. If my robot built a robot, that robot we can test more vigorously because that robot, if it breaks, the robot will fix it, the other robot. But if I'm building it, then we're treating it with kid gloves and we're not going to test anything too much. We're going to be super careful with it because the goal is to have this robot arm build its other arm, build its legs. Like this arm will be able to work, but lighter weight precision work more so than like hard work. So, anyways, I'm gonna call that good enough for now. We can always tension it more later, but I just don't really want to mess with that anymore. The next thing up is this. Okay, I'll show you. So, I'm just manually pulling this out. This doesn't. Wow, it doesn't actually extend at all. I let go. Why is it locked off? Wait, why is it that locked off? Oh, something must have gotten messed up. That's weird. His finger's like locked off. Something happened bad. Alright, let me put the camera back to regular. I gotta troubleshoot this now. It's a new problem. I've never seen this happen before. Something got stuck with the pulleys, I think. A pulley's not releasing. I mean, no, this used to happen all the time, but it hasn't happened for a very long time. Oh. Oh, I see what it is. The string that I'm messing with, just the test string, got wrapped around the bottom of a pulley. I just have to unhook it. I think that's the issue. Yeah, that's something to do with that, I think. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. Alright, you can see it's like super slow at extending. It doesn't even extend all the way. Um, Even though we just added that extension strength to it, it's a matter of like the pulleys being slow to extend. This one specifically. That's why usually when I test, I just do this. Because you can see it extends easily then. Um, this one is kind of my bottleneck. So the next thing I wanted to do was install another tensioner that pulls down on this particular pulley, another bracelet cord. So that's my next job here. Um, huh. Yeah. Okay. So let me get that going now. I already have this planned out as well. I was gonna start working on this before I realized something was wrong with my extension system that we just redid just now that you watched me do. Um, so now, okay, let me just get this part done. We're using 6 pound test braided PE fishing line. I need to thread this through the bottom of the pulley. Okay. Oh, see you twice it. Okay. All right. Um. I'm just tying it with a bunch of square knots. I think that should be okay because this will never be under like tremendous tension to break it. But square knots generally, we learned, are not safe to tie a bunch of them if the string has any risk of breaking. It significantly weakens the string's strength to handle tensile forces. It wants to break near that knot. It like concentrates the stress by the knot. So you're supposed to tie a fisherman's knot in those cases. Alright, so next, a fishing hook will act as a pulley to bring that line we just connected to the bottom of the other pulley to bring it back upward. The eye of a fishing hook. Okay. Let's see. Um, I should not have it threaded until I've already tied it down. Alright. I'm just going to wrap it around the start of this tubing. I can tie it onto itself, really. There. Nothing fancy needed on that part. Let's do like 5 square knots, I guess. One more for the road. Okay. Perfect. Gotta keep getting rid of all the extra string, even though it's tempting just to leave it for testing purpose, but yeah, I left this string here. I'm gonna tie off this string too. So I don't want it to get overwhelming with like a million strings. I don't know what string goes to what anymore. I don't like that fear. We don't want it to look any more overwhelming with complexity than it already does. Like, than it already will inevitably. We don't want to add to that, basically. Oh man. There we go. Okay. I don't like how cockeyed this looks, but whatever. Now this guy can thread through the fishing hook eye pulley and then go back up after that, where it will tie into a bracelet cord, which will give it tension. And that will help pull this second group of pulleys downward toward the fingers. So it's not so slow. Alright, got that. Let's see. Okay. Let's try. It's time to glue, boys. Ugh. Okay. 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 I'm gluing the string to the bracelet cord now. The string that pulls down the second to bottommost pulley. Bottommost referring to the pulley that is closest to the hands. I'm gluing them together. Rather than tying them together. Alright. Apply the glue to the bracelet cord. Now, should have put it on the post-it note pad first, really, to get it better lined up, but better late than never. Alright, let me hit it with some kicker spray. activator spray. That speeds it up. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut off the excess. Okay. Okay. Get the stuff off the scissors, a little bit of goo. Alright. Now. The bracelet cord should do what my hand was doing before. Wow. That is working great. Check it out, boys. Let me show you. You can see how zippy this pulley is to drop back down now that it's tensioned by this bracelet cord. That just flies right back like nothing. Which means the finger's opening up like nothing. That's fantastic. That's fast. We did it, boys! I mean, that's a big success. I did not expect it to be that good. I mean, that's perfect. And it didn't take up really any more space. It's not interfering. That's a win. That's a big win. Alright, so to cap off the top part, I didn't even think this through. We're flying. I'm gonna just put a loop of this down through it, through a fishing crimp sleeve, and then crimp it, and then I can tie off that. I think that's the best way. Wait, no, there's a better way. I think there's a better way. I can just crimp. Man, this was a huge success. I'm so excited. Remember how, like, tensioning the finger joint was really hard for me today? And I struggled? Well, this is going, like, smoother than expected on this part. So that's awesome. These fishing crimp sleeves are super cool. Alright, so we got the sleeve through. Now we want to get upholstery thread through. Which will tie off into the bone sleeve. We're cooking though, boys. We're cooking. Nice. Got it through. Now, I'm gonna crimp it. Okay. Oh! No way, boys. No way. Perfect. Man, I mean, we are just flying. That worked out so well. I just kind of winged it on these, and they're just doing great. I mean, this is just like accidentally excellent. Sometimes, like, ideas just fail. This is one where it succeeded, like, beyond expectations. Okay. Wow. That is so snappy and excellent now. I really couldn't ask for more than that. That is just outstanding results, in my view. Uh-oh, we're missing a needle. That's gonna end up right. Oh, here's it. I found it. Okay. Okay. Lost my surgical pliers, had to get another pair. I don't know where those went. Okay, great. Um, I mean, I guess I could even put it through the fishing hook eye. Then for the topmost pulley. I don't need to make like a new spot. Maybe the easiest way. take it. Satisfied with that result. Seems to be working perfectly to me. Oh, and you know, I mean, besides just like a bunch more testing, we got to do the motor test where we test the whole pulley system, not just where I'm pulling right now. So pulling it like from where the motor is, where we have another string we can pull on. And that will test the top set of pulleys too, or the top pulley that's on the motor. But besides that, what I'm getting at is we're getting close to then, besides some testing, working on the electronics actuation of the motor. Because basically, this is kind of marking the closure of the whole pulley system, I guess. I mean, that's if we determine it's good enough. Maybe I'll turn this light off. It seems like you guys can see better with this light off, maybe. That's pretty good speed. And the skin of the finger also will add some snapback. If the skin's tight and you're stretching it, it's going to want to straighten too. So we can't forget that. That will help as well. That is beautiful. Man! Whew! Psyched. Super thrilled. Okay. Wow. That seems to be working okay. It's just hard to believe. I mean, something's supposed to go wrong, you know? So used to everything failing. Which you have to expect. It's a huge learning curve to get rid of all the little pesky things that can go wrong. Since what can go wrong will go wrong, as they say. Absolutely no sound comes off these pulleys. So can you imagine, like, if the motor's quiet too, it's game over. There's going to be no sound in this robot, period. Um, All right, let's do a test then at the motor. What is that gunk? Okay. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Hmm. Uh, oh, oh, I screwed up this whole test. I forgot to pull on this thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. Remember the other string that we've been using? Uh-oh. Wait. Yeah. We had to tie that off first. We never tied it off. The one in my right hand, the one that we've been using to move the finger, we never tied it off. So we gotta turn this all back around the other way. Wind it back up before we can do this test properly. Okay, we were so close, but this is okay. Just wait. Not gonna do that quite this time. Okay, so I'm gonna do that like this. Got it? You know what's cool? To like connect this guide thing to the side of the motor, I'm using glue and just a bent in half piece of wire right now, but I could actually weld it into place using a micro TIG welder for jewelry, which I bought. I actually own. It was like $350, and it uses argon gas and everything. And I can do micro pulse TIG welding of very tiny metal parts. And like we're talking to the scale of jewelry. I can do that now. I have that capability with the tools I have on hand. But it'd be kind of a pain to set it all up. I've never taken it out of the box yet, but when the time comes to do certain critical reinforcements that I feel are non-negotiables to make something strong enough to not have it pop off like this, that will be a nice tool in the arsenal at that point. Oh no. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 Um. All right. Okay. Um. All right. I can run the test again. Everything's set up now. That's it. Test passed. The finger's up. Now the motor would reverse to release. It shouldn't take much. Um, I'm manually turning the motor shaft with my fingernail. You guys can't see what the heck I'm doing. Great. Still can't really. Whatever. I mean, what am I supposed to do about that? I don't know. Yeah. This is so slow, but that's okay. What? Oi! Hey! Come on. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. That's the one job I have to not allow to happen. Okay, good. Dirty dog. Nope, 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 nope. Let me try to stick this bad boy into place better. Okay. I got both hands free. That's what I want. Okay. Okay. Alright. That finger tensioner we did first sucks bad. It's really bad. But I gotta use the bathroom and stuff, so I'm gonna like just regroup. This is something I do sometimes. I just fully regroup at times. I put everything away. And I just start over. Because I learned like it's very easy to get overwhelmed with just the amount of stuff everywhere. So I'm just gonna put everything away. Even though I'll have to get stuff back out, it's fine. It's easy to get stuff back out. The way I've got my setup, everything's really accessible. The session was still a major win. We just gotta tighten down that spring a little bit more. That motor test was brutal. Brutally bad. In the sense that, like, to rewind it, I had to manually turn the motor with no help, no string, no nothing. That sucked. Okay, just get this put away next. Okay, this put away. Grab it up first. Yeah, today was a major success, but some annoyances still, but nothing serious. Alright, be right back. Okay. I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna write down everything I have to do next, and then I'm gonna edit this stream so I can make maybe a couple of YouTube videos on it. These are some serious things I accomplished here, and go from there. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna stop it here, guys. Thanks for dropping in. Peace out.